Don't let the government steal your money. Hey everyone, before I get into this topic, do me a favor. If you've not subscribed to my channel, click down below, click the notification link, and I'll see you in the video. So every year, properties go for over the asking price in what's called a tax overage. And let me break this down to you. Very simple. You have a property, 123 Main Street, that is delinquent on property taxes. Property goes up for auction at $5,000. It sells for $20,000, and this property's free and clear. What happens to that $15,000? Some states will keep it and the clients can collect it. Some counties, after a certain parameter of time, it goes back to the county and the client will never see, or your potential client will never see it, or whoever lost the property, they will never see this money. And they know that, so they do the minimum possible to notify people that they have money. In fact, sometimes they send this little tiny postcard and it gets in all the junk mail, it gets lost, and it says, you have funds from a property, and it's extremely unclear. So every year, millions of dollars goes back to the government because of unclaimed property, or in this case, tax overages. That is rightfully the person who owned the property before it. So where we step in, we notify the people that this property went for over the asking price. We get it under contract, and then we go and turn in the forms and we collect. So let's talk about getting started in this business. So there's two ways you can get started. There's two types of properties you go over. The first one is properties that just went up for auction yesterday, the day before, last week. Keep in mind that when you do this, you're going to have a lot of competition, but I still do fairly well with this. So you call someone, and you want to be sensitive, because if they just lost their house or the residence, they're going to be very sensitive to the fact like it was their primary bread and butter, or sometimes it's a second residence, but still, they just lost a property. You don't want to just call and say, hey, let me make money on your property. You really want to follow the script. But you call them, you let them know that they have excess of funds from their property, that you're not going to charge them anything until after you collect, but you're going to go ahead and collect money on their behalf. They're going to love you for that. Okay, you've got to find the county, you've got to find the list, you've got to take these overages, and you've got to farm them and notify your client. After you notify the client that they have funds, then you go ahead and you send out what I call the agreements or contracts, but they're the agreements. And this will basically allow you to step in for your client, collect the funds on their behalf, and get them paid. And the third step is you're doing this, is you want to make sure you're communicating with the county, turning in the forms. Now keep in mind, and I say this all the time, I probably say this in a million different videos, county workers do not like their jobs. When you call a county worker and you say that you're acting on behalf of a property and you're helping someone collect, they're going to hate you even that much more. They don't like dealing with people like us, okay? So I always say be extra polite. I had a deal not that long ago in Florida where the court was so rude to me, they wouldn't even tell me where the claim was. And I'm like, I was just going crazy. I like hung up the phone and I screamed one day because the lady's like, well, we don't give out that information. I'm like, okay, I have a power of attorney, I have this. Well, we're not giving you any information on the claim. So I don't know if this claim is being processed or not, and I don't know what's happening. And 2 days later, I had the check in the mail from where this lady was being extremely rude to me. I wanted to send her a box of chocolates and say, hey, thank you for your time. I really meant to do that, and I didn't do that. But you've got to be extra polite to the courts in this business. Eventually, they'll get to know you. You're extra polite. They'll work with you a little bit. Ask them how their day's going, and be super polite. But so let's really quick back up to your clients. When I talk to my clients, I say, hey, I'm with JD Vista, I'm a tax overage specialist, and I've been assigned this file. That sounds very professional. That makes it sound like I know what I'm doing. I pause. And then I always say, with your permission. That is a key word that you want to use. Don't say, I'm going to go ahead and act on this on your behalf. I'm going to go and move forward. Just say, with your permission, I can get this, I can get you the agreements, and with your approval, we'll go ahead and we'll get this process started, and we'll act on your behalf. It will cost you nothing. We will get 30% once the funds are received. I never promise them a dollar amount, because I've seen it where I've been collecting and someone jumps in, it's outside lien or something, and some funds get confiscated or taken in the process, and that very well could happen. But it is a great business to be in, and every year I see, in fact, I'm working in a county right now, and I have like probably 20 leads on this list, and I was trying them on my last Monday live call. So if you don't know me, every Monday I do a live cold call, and I do it once a month on YouTube, but I do it every week in Warriors, where I call people and I let them know they have unclaimed funds live, where people can hear the conversations going on. last Monday, I was calling people to let them know that they had these funds because literally in 3 weeks they're gone. Like they will not be able to see them again. So I try to jump in and save these, and I've made some good money that way because it's working a little bit harder, and it's stepping in and yeah, getting your clients paid and going after lists that people have forgotten about. Hey everyone, do me a favor. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment below. If you like this video, give me a like. Give me a thumbs up is what I'm saying, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.